I'm going to give a few tips on how to approach the math assignment. Personal financial literacy. This was added at the request of the legislature not too long ago, actually. The student applies mathematical process standards to develop an economic way of thinking and problem solving useful in one's life as a knowledgeable consumer and investor. The student is expected to solve real-world problems comparing how interest rate and loan length affect the cost of credit. This is going to be a lot of maybe trial and error, and it's going to be interesting how you're going to model this for the students, how you're going to give them several examples of things that they might want to buy, or their parents might want to buy. Remember, these are 8th graders. These are not adults who are buying a home. They're not buying a boat necessarily, but they may be buying a car. And so probably a car is probably the best thing that you could use as an example of something for a loan. You can do a used car, which would probably be somewhere around $5,000, and oftentimes this might be what a teenager would have. Or you can go even higher and do maybe a compact car that would be around $20,000, maybe $15,000. I would suggest something like that. Now you can do furniture set, something like that. There's different loan lengths. You can probably find some ads in the paper or some paper that, or maybe off of the internet, you'd be able to find some ads that offer certain interest rates for buying certain things. And there's the easy credit places. There's the ones that have high interest rates. There are those that have low interest rates. And then they tell you how long the time is going to be. So you can model some of these for the students. But when they get into their student practice, now it's time for them to come up with some ideas. And what you're supposed to do is they're supposed to take probably 2 interest rates, probably for the same item, and then play with those interest rates and have it for maybe 2 years, maybe 4 years, let's say 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, and see how much interest they're actually paying on that loan if they spread it out. And so they can then compare how much interest they're paying for a low interest rate, for a lower interest loan that goes for more time, or a higher interest loan that is for less time, to see which one is advantageous or where they even out. This will take some imagination on your part, a little bit of trial and error. Make sure you understand this, that you can do this yourself before you try teaching it to the students. But make sure that they're doing comparing how interest rate and loan length affect the cost of credit, which is actually the amount of interest they're going to pay over the long run as opposed to the short run. If you have any questions, please give me a call.